Hello everyone, welcome to all of you, and with the successful launch of first batch of geography optional, we are ready with the second optional. It's going to start now, and the pattern and the schedule of the optional is already with you. It is there on the website. You can go through that website. And apart from that, when we talk about the timing of the timing of this optional class, see, it's also the time for prelims, we understand that, but if we have to take an edge, we need to start a little early. You should focus on prelims, no doubt about it, and those who are taking this exam in 2022, it's all right for them. You can anyways, it's ample time for them, so they can easily follow with this geography optional schedule. Those who are taking 2021, they should focus on their prelims, right, thoroughly, and we will be scheduling, we will be maintaining this the entire class program in such a manner that it does not affect your prelims preparation much. So, and we are hoping that we should be able to finish this syllabus by mid of August. That is our target. By 13th or 14th of August, we should be able to wrap up geography optional syllabus if we start now. And you will be given the class material, and class videos are with you, which would be very helpful to help you to make notes. You can easily take the notes, and besides that, we are already there to work with you, right? And you can see this, we are starting with geomorphology, where the discussion would be made on the origin and evolution of Earth's crust, theories of that. Then we'll go through the geological time scale and the theories, the syllabus topics that are mentioned, like plate tectonics, geosyncline, then isostasy, and channel morphology. See, the the pattern of these classes may not be exactly like what you see in your syllabus as mentioned in UPSC. Topics are all same. In fact, we have tried to include few more topics which are not mentioned in the syllabus but have been asked, which includes the arid cycle of erosion, like the periglacial cycle, and so on, some topics, and geomorphic principles, Thornbury, those 8 statements of Thornbury of geomorphic principles. We are going to include those topics as well. But what is very important for all of you to follow the classes, we have designed the classes in such a way so that the conceptual understanding goes in the sequence. So that is why we have done the scheduling in this way, so that it goes with the sequence of or the flow of the concept, because the flow of concept is very, very important. So geomorphology, after this geomorphology discussion, we are starting with population geography. Now, a lot of people have asked me this: why do you want to start with the population geography? Why not with the climatology, as the sequence is there? See, what I feel when we read geomorphology, it's a real heavy topic. There are so many concepts, so much of detailing, and covering geomorphology in itself is a big task. Like itself is a very big challenge. So I feel that there is some tiredness by the time we finish geomorphology, and we feel little heavy when we have discussed so many theories and so much of information, because obviously it is much more than what we discussed for general studies. General studies is just the base. Here there's so many theories, so much of information. So therefore I've thought we should include some lighter topics. It's not light. It doesn't mean that it is less important. It's very important. The population geography is very, very important for your exam, but topics they're not heavy. Like topics are like demographic transition, theories, population and social capital as a social capital, and some migrational theories, which is related to the contemporary aspect, which is relatively lighter, easier to understand. But yes, application part is even challenging. So it is not that it is less important, it's equally important. After all, we are concerned with the number of marks. So population questions will give you equal marks. But then it's not tough to understand these concepts. So easy, so that I thought there should be a lighter classes. So we have some 3 sessions which will be a little more relaxing and but important application aspect. And what you need to do is, again, the follow classes and the class material. Then climatology, we'll be starting with climatology and different topics of climate. right? Again, a topic which will include lots and lots of conceptual understanding. right? Conceptual understanding. So it's purely based on concepts, right? Then we have climatic classifications, climate change, role of man. This also includes the urban climate and the contemporary aspect. Then after that, biogeography, because when we discuss, the climate, after that biogeography would be very easy to understand and relate that. Then we'll start with another applied aspect, that is economic geography, where we discuss different agricultural regions of world. Then we talk about the food and nutrition problems, industries, theories of industries, distribution of resources, problems, and then relating it to the paper 2, like geology of India, physiography of India, and we shall complete this topic, right, with natural vegetation and floods and droughts, and then we'll start with agriculture. Usually what happens, most of the people, how they study is that when they study the agriculture in paper 1, agriculture typology in paper 1, they study it as an agricultural geography. So geography of world and geography of India will be simultaneously handled, right? So first they'll discuss the geography of world, and then they'll take the geography of India and then come to the economic geography. But we separated these topics, we have kept them very separate. First we'll cover the world geography part, world agriculture regions, and then Indian agriculture regions. Because you see, the amount of detailing that is required for Indian agriculture is quite different than, very different than the detailing required for world geography. Right, here we need to discuss the in detail what are the problems of agriculture and what are the new methods of irrigation, new programs, applied aspect, agricultural regionalization. There are 4 to 5 agricultural regionalizations. So it's not so easy that the world agriculture regions, Whittlesey classification and some more classifications are there, but here it's more detailed. So I would suggest that we study it separate as a part of paper 2. Then a very interesting topic, political geography, will be followed. Political geography, heartland, rimland theories, and then we compare it to the Indian aspect, Indian foreign policy and state, internal issues, and also discuss the boundary related issues with neighboring countries. And overall, India's role in South Asia, geopolitics, as mentioned. Then settlements. Now settlements, paper 1 and paper 2 will be simultaneously handled. Paper 1, like the urbanization of world, urbanization in India, how do we define, what is the difference in the definition of urbanization, sphere of influence, then what are the theoretical aspects and how do we relate to the India, and same thing, slum problems of the world, some slum problems of India. So there's an interconnection between these two that will be following for settlements. Then cultural settings, again important for your social issues as well, right? Cultural setting, followed by industries and regional development and planning. This RDP, regional development and planning, is very important topic mentioned in your paper 1 and also mentioned in your paper 2. So this is another topic that we are doing simultaneously, right? We discuss what are regions of the world, and then we'll discuss what are the different regions of India. How developmental strategy are examples in the world, then we'll take in examples of India. And then multi-level planning, command area development program, and this is again very, very applied. It will also help you in disaster aspect, such as the drought programs, flood programs, desert development programs, hill area development program. So regional aspect is very important. Then will be followed by geographical thoughts, the most important topic of your geography. I'm sure a lot of people would be hoping that we start with the geographical thoughts, but trust me, because we are not, most of us who take optional in UPSC mains examination, we don't choose the subject which is in our background. Very few people, just 1% of candidates take optionals from their graduation subjects. So we presume that most of you have not studied geography in your graduations. So if I start with the geographical thoughts, maybe you will not be able to relate it. So we have kept it towards the end. And it's very important. Without geographical thoughts, geography is incomplete. You cannot understand geography unless we study geographical thoughts. So philosophical backgrounds like areal differentiation, contribution of Greeks, Romans, Arabs, that is how we start with it. And we'll try to understand how geography evolved as a subject. Right? What are the geographical explanations? Whether it's determinism, how possibilism comes into existence, what is neo-determinism, what are the different approaches that have been followed, what has been the role of quantitative revolution, right? How did it shape geography and geographical explanations? What were the drawbacks of it? Welfare geography, environmentalism, human development or human welfare approach, all that. It's very, very interesting topic and you can relate. Now, why there is another purpose that we have kept it towards the end is because, you know, when I say that there is a positivism or when I say there is a deterministic approach was followed by XYZ geographer, and then I give you an example that this was the theory that we had studied with a deterministic approach. For example, system analysis, then we'll tell you how and where all the system analysis theories were applied. But if I start with this and then say we will be discussing, so you will not be able to relate in that way. So you would understand this towards the end, why we have kept it towards the end, so that we can make an overall view of geography and then connect the entire geography as a subject. From there, oceanography. Last topic will be oceanography. Now this is again, a lot of people ask that oceanography towards the end, why so? It's my personal experience that I've seen by the time we reach towards the end of geography classes, many people feel tired, fatigued, because the human geography people, I mean, there's a lot of description involved. So a lot of people are interested in studying physical geography more than the human geography, whereas human geography is more interesting and it's very important part of it. So oceanography towards the end, we have said that physical geography topic should be at the end so that people feel connected. And last topic would be for the contemporary issues. Right, and this contemporary issues, we can take 4 classes we have planned, but it can be 5 classes, it can be 6 classes as well. So we'll try to summarize this and see current events that have taken place over 1 year, or how we can relate the current events in geography. Although the topics are mentioned in your syllabus, you can go through those topics, but still we need to add few more topics to it. Right, so this is how the topics will go through that. Your geography batches will run, and then we plan to finish it by 14th of August. It's a tentative date. It might go 1 day extra or 1 day earlier. It depends, right? Plus or minus. But we will stick to this schedule as much as possible, and that is how the pure class program will run through. So far as the class support is concerned, yes, you have our full support. We will try to make you comfortable in geography as much as possible and try to give you the conceptual understanding, because it's conceptual understanding that's very important. At the same time, there will be live doubt sessions, right? Live doubt sessions 2 times in a month. That means fortnightly. We'll be planning to, all the doubts that you have, you can clear those in the live sessions. We'll connect to all of you, and also in between also you can join the Telegram group where you can get added, and I'm there in that group. We will try to reply most of the doubts that you have right through that Telegram group. And welcome to the geography optional classes. That is all I can say, and thanks for the very overwhelming response that we got from batch 1. Now the batch 2, we hope to get the same response, right? So let's start with the geography optional now, right? Thank you.